All right, so you don't got your can, but it's all good. I was wanting to start off with just talking about our collab a little bit. Of course, we can look at it. I guess I might as well look at it instead of you like screen sharing.
Yeah, that
Let's
probably work
let's
better.
see let's see what's going on here. But first off, how about you just most of the people in the chat know who you are, but kind of because this is what I do for the other ones. So let's introduce
Yeah.
yourself on how you got into crypto, when you got into Wax, and kind of how you got started creating OnlineInn, how it came about.
Well, this is a lot of questions.
Yeah,
A lot to say.
just a quick overview
Crypto.
then. Overview.
So I've always been interested in technology. I've always been fascinated how internet works and what's the next thing to come, like technologically to connect people.
Mm-hmm.
So cryptocurrency is right there. It's blockchain technology. I thought that was amazing. I was like, why don't we do everything in blockchain technology? Because I was a little naive and didn't realize people like their information to be private, etc. I've been following Bitcoin since it basically came out. Right around that time, somebody traded the 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza or whatever when it was cheap, just a few dollars, and followed that. And then I got pretty heavy into Ethereum when it came out, and was looking at the NFTs, and this one was Ethereum was like $60, and I was like, who would pay money for an image? Boy, was I wrong.
Right.
Like, damn, I should have got one of those free pixel punks or whatever. So the way I got into Wax is I was marketing books, and I seen it as a really, really good option to market things. And I started marketing my book, and it seen a small increase in sales, but I was like, maybe books aren't my thing to market. Maybe just NFTs are. And that's kind of how I grew the OnlineInn. Is I got onto Wax, made an Atomic Hub drop, was like, hey, you got to come into the Discord if you want this free NFT. And there wasn't a lot of free NFTs at the time, so the inn just blew up with like 4,000 users the first month or two.
Oh
And
wow.
then it was like a month of learning how to control bots and get it out to actual people.
Nice.
And yeah, just everywhere.
Yeah,
And
and
then I
that,
realized I really like promoting art too, and I was super into the AI art because it gives people that, like, my girlfriend's blind, for example. She can't really draw
oh,
that well because she's blind, obviously, but she can give me prompts and tell me things to draw, and I can
oh
type in
wow,
prompts.
that's really
She can
interesting.
create, yeah, so she can help me create art, and she's completely blind. But there's other people, they might be missing hands. It'd be really hard to do art for people like that. It'd be
Mm-hmm.
really. So I've just been really big into anybody can make art. Don't give me any kind of excuse. If my girlfriend can do it and she's blind, you
Wow.
can too.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's an interesting tidbit. So you're working with her to do the art when she can't even see the art. But I guess,
Yep.
and especially with this AI stuff where you literally are typing what you want and it spits out something, and you
Yep.
can like describe it. That's great. So we also have Kingsbury NFT with us. Dangus? Dan Gus?
Hey, hey, how's it going?
What's
Yeah,
up,
Dangus. Good.
Dangus? He's also part of what we're looking at here, this map. So yours was the top center one. And then Frazzles was the one on the right in the middle, the food monsters. And then we got
Yeah.
the other ones here. Now, all right, so we got a little background on Fraz. So how about you? Same thing for you, Dangus. A little bit background, how you got into crypto, Wax, and then kind of what you do here. And yeah, mention your map making abilities because he made the blank map for us.
Yeah, well, Jackie kind of came up with the first original iteration, and then since I freelance map making and do GIS cartography type stuff, I figured I'd give a shake at the fantasy style map, and it kind of came out decently. I had a good time doing that, so that was fun. I got into the crypto space through a buddy who would tell me about Bitcoin for a number of years, and then finally in like 2017, we were chatting about it again, and mining really made sense at that point because I was in an office space that didn't charge for power. It was just flat fee, didn't matter what we were running. So got ourselves some miners, started riding that 2017 wave, and yeah, wrote it all the way up and wrote it all the way back down, and said, all right, well, I'll just hang out here and do it again. And at that point, I started learning about, crypto kitties and the, crypto punks and all that stuff. And I thought that the whole breeding of the cats, it just was kind of mind blowing to me to have all that stuff, kind of happening on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And then, come this last run back in, 2021, early 2021, I started looking at what dApps were out there and looking at dApp radar, and kind of fell into the wax space through Upland, that game, and fell into the discords and ran into Frazzle and started reading articles about how to make NFTs. And some of the earliest videos on doing drops and everything was Frazzle's stuff, honestly. And so I watched one of Frazzle's videos and figured out how to navigate the blocks and started doing some free drops and
nice,
putting them out there. And one thing led to another, and yeah, here we are.
Nice. Yeah, it's a great thing I've noticed. Well, it's not just that I've noticed it; it's a reality. We can actually do free NFTs on Wax, a whole bunch of them. You can't do that on like ETH. We can't. Not when it costs a lot of money to send an NFT. So the gas fees on ETH, and I know there's other chains that also have fixed the gas fees a bit, but Wax is so simple and intuitive and user friendly, and it's just really focused on gaming and community, and it lets us just send NFTs. Like it's not free. It costs us a tiny bit, but in comparison, it's like nothing, And now there's even tools with Nifty blocks and everything to where they really just make it simple for us. We can do our packs and our blends, and we use bounty blocks to send mass NFTs, which I just figured out a few days ago. So that's helping for play to earn. Yeah, so we're actually able to do all these things and create community based on just a bunch of giveaways and earning. Of course, we have to think about multi-counters and things, but I feel like we're all doing that well and in different ways. And the community has been great. From what I've seen, exactly the way that we were envisioning it. So hopefully just keep growing from here.
That's great.
But yeah, and so let's just look at, so basically this map collab, I don't know how it originally came out. I guess you and Fraz just were like, hey, let's do a map piece thing. I don't know. How did that come about?
Fraz is going to have to maybe start that story. He mainly just sent me a map one day without any explanation.
Oh, without an explanation. Fraz, you there, or you're multitasking again?
I'm still multitasking, but I am here.
How did the first map idea, how'd you come up with it? As far as like having a map and breaking it into pieces. Whose idea was it originally?
It wasn't mine actually. There's a lot of other projects that have done the same thing.
Okay.
But I figured I'd take a different take on it and just, we have the LeftHouse so it seemed like I needed some kind of collab to come up with. We were gonna come up with a coloring contest, and I was like, let's do it a little bit differently. Let's bring some creators into it first.
Yeah, well, the fact that we're able to blend pieces from different collections, I thought it's a natural idea. I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't already. Here we are, season 1. I'm surprised I'm not jumping into like season 5 or something. Because it's just natural. I feel like we should even see more of it. Considering how much wax creators like to collab and work and help each other. I thought it was a great idea. Not that it's like a super brilliant invention or anything, but you have a map, you break it up, everyone styles it the way they want, and then it's all in NFT blocks. People can just blend it right there, so it just makes sense to blend them all into a full map. And for the artwork, that's all it is. But now, since they're NFTs, we can do utilities on them, whatever we put on them. So I'm going to have utility of puzzle games, so map holders can get some extra things. Not all the time or anything, but especially specific games. Like Digicon, I'm going to have a lot of prizes based on if you're holding a map or not. Things like that. Also, you're doing a treasure hunt. Do you want to release any details about it?
Yeah, that's fine. I've been kind of contemplating how I'm gonna do it, and I kind of came up with the final solution. So the first airdrop that happens on Monday is gonna have the first clue, and if nobody solves it, I'll airdrop another one. But I was gonna make it super hard at first and make it so you have to like change the contrast and shit like that. A gift that you have to pause, and I was like, you know what?
Oh man,
Nobody's gonna get that, so I'm gonna make it a little bit easier.
well, at the same time though, is it like a first person gets it, or is it like if you get it, you get something, or is it like a race?
The first person to get it is gonna get a 1-on-1.
So if it's the first person, you gotta make it kind of hard though, or else people will just run to it.
But then it's going to be the first 100 people also get a Goblin pack dealio, which I'm still working on both of those. I got an image for the packs. I just haven't figured out what I want to put in them yet. I think the chest is going to be like it opens once into some kind of awesome NFT, and if you open that one again, then it's like, oops, you've opened it too far. So if you're hearing this now, don't open it twice. Otherwise, you're going to get a, oops, I opened too much and got greedy kind of NFT. So there's little things that I don't want to release as well. It's going to be a surprise.
Yeah, surprises are fun. That's good.
And I figured... I figured the Goblin grab bag would be perfect if any other creators wanted to add like a quick image they made to it, just whatever.
Okay. So the grab bag can have some other stuff. I can add some stuff into the grab bag as well. That's what you're saying?
Yep. The only problem I was thinking is we'd have to blend over to another collection, so it'd be like a claim token because I don't have I don't have level 3 on NFT. Something I keep trying to go for, and life just keeps getting in the way. It's quite a bit of money.
Okay. Shout outs to Downtown Detail. Played a couple puzzles on ConsumerBreak. That's what's up. We have them, We have them every week. We're having new collab ones. And then when our season starts next week, we're going to have play to earn for our project. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Here I'm just bringing down the current blend. And you see all the pieces. The links are in that the link tree, of course, which Puzzled has put there in the chat. To actually buy the drops, but you can see here we still have a bit left. 420 total of each one of them, because of course Faded's leading a little bit because I believe his pieces are stakeable, but regardless, when all of them are bought up, that's it. That's the end of them. And looks like we have 50, or is that the next one? 49. So we're gonna continue. I mean, throughout the next week and stuff, and Digicon, I'm gonna do some more things, and we'll see when they all sell out. But if you want in on them, you might want to get in there and grab it.
Yeah, definitely before Monday if you want to get in on the treasure hunt.
Oh, so the treasure hunt. So when's the details on that? Like the full details released? Monday? Someday on Monday.
I'll do the airdrop and have more details on everything that's going to be happening from that point. I didn't really want to tease too much, but I do plan to make a farm for the maps as well, so you can farm some tokens.
Yeah, I want to talk
about that. Or maybe
WAX.
Too. I haven't really considered what token I want to set up the farm. Maybe just WAX. It depends on how I'm looking.
So there's utility count. Just look out for those next announcements. Tell me more on why to do puzzles, please. Well, every single puzzle on there, the games on the home feed, they all have NFT prizes, so that's one reason to play them. You can tap the eye icon on the thumbnails, and it'll say what the prizes are and how to win. So that, I mean, other than that, it's just for fun, but there's a lot of prizes to be had. If anybody's watching in the U.S., we're gonna do a grub now next, real quick. But everybody that's playing in the U.S., there's actually a lot of extra games for cash as well. Let me bring this guy back up.
Honestly, I don't even play for the prizes, man. It's just a really good way to unwind and get my mind off.
A way to unwind? Yeah, it's not a clicker, so it does use your head a little, kind of use your brain a little bit. What do they call it? Cognitive? You're not really thinking, but it's like it's memory and reaction times and things like that. So it's a cognitive game that helps some people like that, just to help with that. It is worldwide. They're General Madragu. All these games on the home feed, they're all worldwide for NFT prizes. Okay? But if you're in the US, you can also hit contest at the top right. and once it finishes thinking about it, it will do a GPS location to make sure you're in the US. And then we have all these games that all have cash prizes on them through PayPal. The reason they're there is because these were all here before we went worldwide, but we kept the games there. And it has to do with legal, why it's only US. But then if you hit arcade and you go to the one with the tutorial and stuff, these are all worldwide, and they're all most of them have NFT prizes on them. Aside from having fun and prizes, like you're learning about these projects. So if you're into wax, you might even discover something. If we have a collab that comes up that you haven't heard of, maybe you're into it. Maybe a collab comes up that you have heard of and you're a fan of it. Now you can maybe win something from them. So TheOnlineInn, you guys would know who TheOnlineInn is. You know who Wax World is. That's what we're talking about. So you can play that game. You can hit the eye. 25 people on this game will win the Uncharted map, and one person will win the final map just for playing this game. The game ends after Digicon, so you still have like a little over a week. And then your score will give you different entries. So if you score well, you can get 3 entries, or 2 or 1. So it's like, the better you score, the better you can get. That's how most of these work. There's also play to earn. Here, fan picks. You can submit picks to be on here. You earn an NFT based on your score. So there's a lot of rewards happening on there. You know what I mean? Let's take a little break. Let's hit up the grub. And maybe afterwards we can pull up some of the individual pieces. I think that would be nice. We have the Kingsbury one and the Food Monster one. And kind of maybe go over your collection a little bit when we do that, and like your art style and how you ended up making it. I think it's kind of interesting how different creators make their stuff. Until then, let's hit up. Let's see where we're at. 87 people. That's what I'm talking about. So go ahead and join. Last call. And the prizes for this one will be... I'm going to give out some Kingsbury ones. You gave me those blend tokens. Let's look at them.
Nice. Right on.
Let's look at it.
So the blend tokens are used in a
yeah, go ahead. Explain that.
a blend contract, which we call the Kingsbury NFT blend machine, or the Kingsbury NFT machine. And it's over on the Nifty Blends, and we refill it and open it up on Wednesdays. And it's just a giant pool. And every week I put a couple of new exclusive drops in there. I also like to go through and take funds from the previous weeks, because I like to use funds from that come in for our collection and developing our collection. So a small portion of that is used to do floor sweeps. And so I like to go and sweep up some of the stuff that's listed a little too low and kind of help the floor out, pick up some pieces, help the community out. If they need to sell a piece, then it'll be there and get picked up, type of deal. So
nice.
Put some of those in there, and yeah, so it kind of recycles through. So you put the blend token in, and sometimes the pool has 70 things, sometimes it has 270 things in there, and yeah, you put it in, you get a random NFT out.
All right, so you're really using some utility on there they are. So you're getting this guy, and you can insert it into this pool, you say, and it gives you a random NFT from the pool. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah. So that comes from the Nifty blend contract.
Okay.
So,
nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we have the ability to do that, and we could also create multiple pools and add percentage weightings to them. So if we wanted to do some sort of premium, type of chance, that you have a small chance to pull something premium, but
nice.
Right now I just stick everything into the pool and make it equally weighted, and
okay.
It's a lot of fun. So yeah, for the
so
last
it's
few
like
weeks.
So this is like a token for another. It's like a ticket, a raffle ticket for a random NFT that's in the pool. That's what's
correct. Correct. Yeah, and we also have a blend where you can take any 3 NFTs from our collection and blend into that token. So if you went a little hard on a certain pack opening, or you won some free NFTs, or you got some extras duplicates, you can go ahead and blend those into a token and get something different. So.
All right. And then, so I'm going to give those to the 11th through 15th. So that's 5 people. The top 2 will also get a token from the online end. So your credits, what are they used for, Fraz? You do something similar, right? Yeah.
Yeah, not quite. I think Kingsbury has it a little bit nicer with the pre-minted pools, but yeah, you can blend into whatever art that I have up. I think there's 3 or 4 pieces for a credit, a piece for silver credit.
Okay, so
credit.
these are blends. You can blend a credit for different things of your choice. And while the Kingsbury one is you're putting into a pool to get a random one from a big pool of a bunch of different ones. All right. That's our prizes today. 96 in the grub. That's what I'm talking about. That's just a screen full of grubs. Sensei, I saw you in here. If you want to, there you are in the chats. If you want to join and talk about your piece, by all means. The Google Meet is in Discord message. Aside from that, we're going to carry on. Carry on. Almost 100, huh?
Man, good turnout. Good
wow. For me, that's the most players I've ever had in a grub for my stream.
Right on.
It says it never entered you. Are you sure? Have you put exclamation mark play in your wallet?
It's a big list too, so you might not be on the screen, but you might be.
Yeah, that's
below.
true. You might be way down there. Sensei's with his kids, no problem. No problem, man. All right, let's go ahead and cut 99. We're gonna get. Oh, we made it to 100. FT Andy made it. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's grub. Good luck.
May the force be with you.
Oh, I don't think there's multi-accounts there. I mean, if there is, I'm also checking winners, but we have a lot of people in here, and also I've had it up the entire time.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay, yeah, you're just saying here, yeah. So there's different reasons why the viewers can be lower than the players. One reason is if there's people that are in different streams at the same time, so if they have yours muted, it won't count, or the raid might be on there and that doesn't count, or also I have the thing going our entire interview, so that's like 20 minutes, so people can join and leave and come back, and people do that. People leave, go to another stream. There's other streamers, you know, doing their thing, and that's fine. If there's only one person in our grub, even if they're not actively viewing, if they joined while it was open, that's fine. I'm fine with that. The multi-counters we're not fine with, but I don't think we're having those problems yet. And if we do, we're on top of it, so don't worry about it. Alright, we're weeding it down. We're weeding it down. And thank you all for...
Their grubs.
Yeah. Can't even see where your name is. It's just a game of luck.
Sorry to all those grubs I've exploded on. I got a problem. I apologize.
Explosion problem.
Yo, Sasha's giving out like $1,000 NFT, and the first thing I did is hit explode.
Oh no!
So many people were angry.
I imagine.
That's
hey,
funny.
Do what you gotta do. Shouts to everyone following, all the new people.
Ahoy, me hearties.
Thanks for joining. I'm gonna be back on Sunday streaming. It's gonna be a special stream if you guys want to join that. 3 p.m. Eastern, noon o'clock Pacific. Where I'll be going only for about an hour, and I'll be going over our new Season 3 drop creature. So I'll be showing the colored ones for the first time ever. So join us if you can then. Other than that, Wednesdays and Thursdays is our regular time. Congratulations! Shout out BD.
Good dragon rubbing off on you. I was just hooking him up with Mike from WAX now. Hopefully we'll see a show with those two.
That'd be cool.
Next month sometime.
All right.
We need Mike on the online-in too, Frazzle. Hopefully you scheduled that, I would assume.
No. I'm really bad at scheduling my own shows.
Looks like
I'd rather hook up.
looks like that the online-in credit went to Hot Rod Piper and True Scrap. And then the Kingsbury Blend NFT went to Master Halo, NFT Andy, Laradoo, Peli, and Barrow Hill.
Hey, GG.
So congrats. I believe I heard let's see, a new joiner. Hey there, Brian McGuire. Oh, it's LeftHouse. Brian McGuire, what's up?
Doxed here, buddy.
You're muted there, LeftHouse. All right.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up? So you can go ahead and join the grub. Yeah, I guess we're doxing your name a little bit if you have it on your on your
I
thing.
didn't
But
realize that. This says me or you. I can change it.
whoops. I might, I'm using the Google Meets for now. With that might change. I don't know. I'm figuring my stuff out still, so that's how it goes. But
That's cool.
all right, I'm gonna start moving you to the screen. We're gonna have another chat session while you guys continue. I do have I am putting a timer just for myself to keep pace, so it's something like 10-15 minutes. All right, guys. So we won't be here forever before we do another grub. And LeftHouse, how about you do the same? Won't you give just a quick overview of when you got into crypto, when you got into wax, and that's about
sure.
it. Yeah, just that.
Yeah, I got into the crypto space in 2017, like so many people did at that time. And, I kind of saw this time in my mind. I was like, oh, I can see, because I just went crazy reading one blockchain after another, or a white paper after another. And it was just like blown away at everything I was reading, this feeling like, God, I've been living in a world that is absolutely backwards compared to everything that I'm reading right now, and it just sort of blew me away. And so I stayed with it through the bear market and just started like scouring, looking for blockchain games and internet games. Found myself playing a lot of Splinterlands and whatever little weird games I could find from Steam, which turned into Hive. Somewhere from there, I ran into Upland, and I was like, damn, I want to open a movie theater in Upland. So I kind of did that in the early days in some weird way by using Discords and links and stuff like that, and made tickets, and it was quite fun. But from there, I joined a group of artists that went under the name the Upland Fan Art, and that led me to Wax and making NFTs on Wax. And then I just went crazy. I met Mars Utah and Rico Ricoyer, and we formed Metaforce and started doing that. The space started to explode, and now I play too many games and I'm doing too many things. I make too many art projects, and I love it.
I feel you. Some of us creators, a lot of us independent too. We have so many ideas and goals and ambitions, but sometimes you gotta keep up with just the time of the day. You can't do it all. So but yeah, you're definitely doing a lot. Here is your piece. I just thought I'd bring it up. So we each got the map piece, the blank version, right? And then there was no rules on like what we were gonna do with it. We just art it up any way you want. So most of us just went with an image, but 3 people went with the animation, and yours really went at it in the center of the piece there.
Yeah.
So what can you make? I don't know. Maybe walk through a little bit of how you make it, or do you do animation a lot? Like most of your NFTs are animated like that.
I kind of go all over the place, in the sense of what I've been making, depending on what the project is or what it calls for. Like I even made block explorers for Upland at one point, and I kind of made, the art style that I went in was not one that I typically went with. I sort of, I started making music before I started making film. I mean, I was an actor first, but as far as like getting my hands into computers and making things, and I sort of always, I feel like that's what I'm best at, is like making things, but like not like in one certain style. It's just like, give me an idea and I feel like I can make it. But this piece right here sort of is like a lot of the stuff that I was making for the Upland fan art was like these types of like little weirdo animation type things. And I made this in Final Cut 10. Final Cut 10 is what I use to animate and just make it all
Okay.
dance. Well, that and Photoshop. I did
all
some
dance.
layers
Nice.
and coloring in Photoshop, and then brought it in and started adding effects. And you see the bunny, the lefty that walks out and comes back in. That was created by my nephew Young Scormillion, who has a couple of collections coming out under the LeftHouse collection here pretty soon. And
Awesome.
and he's actually the original creator of Lefty, our bunny that we do our Lefty Hole series with.
Okay, so that's where that guy's coming from.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then I just was like, at first I was sort of thinking like, see, I got that centerpiece with all the mountain range there,
Mm-hmm.
and I was thinking about sort of like making like a timeline of like the different NFTs like from one mountaintop to the next, but then I quickly, I don't know, like just started going crazy and adding all sorts of stuff and just doing it in a different way. But there's certain like, you got the Action Family gold card that pops in upside down there. There's all the little different left houses that are popping in and out.
And we talked about it on our own, but I think it's a great touch, especially when it wasn't even planned. You didn't know that you would be in the center.
Right.
But then turns out it pulls it together as being the most animated right in the center. Now, there are a couple others, which we'll look at in a sec, that are blown up, where there is a little bit of movement going on. But that just really pulls it together, whereas these other ones are just images. But
I think my favorite thing about that happy accident of mine being in the middle is the time when the picture frame comes up. There's something really cool about the frame being in the center of the whole piece or something like that like tickles my brain in a fun way.
Yeah, and you can see all the pieces of land match up. Thanks to Fraz for spending an entire night to really figure it out how to do it well enough, because this piece was actually not the right sizing, so he had to like format it right. But yeah, you can see when your animation starts, the land kind of fits. It's part of it, but then it just makes this craziness thing happen. And I think it's really neat that it's done this way with these grids, and we call them realms. So it's like a different realm, but it's still the same land. It's still the same WAX world, but you step over the line into the next realm, and you just have a totally different thing going on. So it's a realm. And we even... I'm reading here. So LeftHouse is Paul Lind.
Yeah, I like that, what you're saying about that. It's cool.
Oh,
Like it's sort of like a nice little directory.
yeah.
Of these,
And we even spitballed off stream, but or maybe on your stream or something. Metaverse is still really young. Nobody's really into it, but we also all know that it's just going to keep going up when things get better, when these VR headsets get better and all the tech gets better, and Metaverse will become a lot more normal and regular part of life, I think. Maybe not so much as like that movie yet, Ready Player One, but who knows, in 10 years, who knows how prominent it'll be. Maybe even as early as next year, it'll be a lot more common, and people can start making lands a lot easier and start joining different metaverse lands. And I think this is just an amazing concept, because this isn't only the first one. We're calling it season 1 because there's going to be more. It's a great idea. We'll have a different map each time, different collections cycling in. But if we ever get to Metaverse Land, this could actually be an actual land, Wax World, where somebody helps us, or somebody makes 3D versions of all these. And we have this NFT to go back to too. So like, just take the NFT, look at what's on it, make a 3D version of everything. And then we can actually all like walk through Wax World and step into the next realm and just have that. And that would just be such a next level thing. But for all we know, it could be closer than we think too, because it's all moving up so quick. Wax and all their tools and platforms and partners like NFTWalks and others make things simple. So who knows? Who knows where we'll be in a year or two? I think it's a cool concept. And of course, without Metaverse, it's also a cool concept. We'll have every season we'll have a different continent. I'm sure all Dangus here is going to make us more of the maps. That one went great, I thought. And then I'm sure we'll also have returning collections, but not the same 9 every time. Kind of OnlineInn focused, so OnlineInn is still the main hub, but then circle in some new ones and kind of get their name out there and all that jazz. And I mentioned annual. I'm the one that mentioned, like, hey, we should actually call it season 1, like flat out starting out, so people know there'll be more. And so at least annual, at least at this time next year, I'm sure we'll have season 2. But it could be before then. We could have season every few months.
I think it would be cool
we'll
if it kept growing out. Like, you know, if the next edition, season 2, like mapped around what we've already got.
Yeah,
there.
that
like
too.
Some weird island, but then there's like more land coming around, you know.
Yeah,
and then it just keeps layering out. In
so
that
every
way.
season, that was something we mentioned too. Yeah. So when you make your maps, of course they look like an island, but you can still make like the waters match up and everything, and keep building out with every season to where when you have, say, 9 seasons or maybe less, you can blend all those together to get the ultra, the globe, you know, or something. I don't know.
Oh, the globe!
I love the
it's
globe.
Well, it's still a flat map, but you know, something. Keep on going, keep on carrying the land out, and who knows? Years from now, when we have a whole bunch of seasons, you can just keep blending that thing up to have this giant land, and you can just keep zooming in to see all the little tiny realms inside it. That's really neat.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take 5 more minutes. We'll do our next grub. Anybody can still join. Look, 82 in here. Go ahead and keep joining. I want to bring up another piece. Let's bring up. Well, now I gotta go find it, but let's bring up Kingsbury. You want to talk about your collection a little bit there, Kingsbury? So you have the blend tokens. What other NFTs do you make that's part of yours?
So Kingsbury NFT is kind of the shortened format of Kingsbury Family NFT. So my wife's a traditional artist. She did acrylic and watercolor for years, and I went to college for all that, and that's where we went. And she's been being a mom for the last number of years while I've been holding down the work side of things while she's doing the work side of parenting during the day. So in 2021, you know, it was coming to a time where I was starting to be able to make art a little bit more, or she was. So it lined up really well with making NFTs. So I am kind of a tech head and do photography and make art myself, but it was really to try to get my wife, the art behind me, these flowers.
Oh, nice.
To get into the space. So I started doing my own drops. I made a schema for Kayla, which is my wife. So her art drops are in there. And then my son Emmett started seeing us looking at different collections and making these pieces and doing drops. And he was 5.5 at the time. He said, I want to do this, you know? And I said, all right, well, let's start looking at stuff. And that was right around the time that packs could be dropped. And so for our collection's first pack was a collab with my son and I, and we did that. And then by the time pre-mint packs came around and were available, and there was a short little period that NFT allowed everyone just to sample, just get a little taste of that pre-mint. And
nice.
It was about the same time people were looking for another collab from my son and I. So we did a pre-mint pack and started being able to play with the slots and sticking 1-of-1s in the packs. And so it's been just a lot of fun of making art as a family and kind of exploring the space, exploring the tools, you know. So the drop, you know, learning about all the different things you can put on the blockchain. Early on, I was really excited about 3D models and GLBs, and you can actually put that 3D model on the blockchain. Not a lot of people know that. So there's a viewer on NFT Hive, but not on Atomic Hub. Atomic Hub is planning on making that viewable in their platform, but you can just go over to NFT Hive and look at some of the NFTs that we did, the early ones, and you can view them kind of like those Chico Rocos and spin them around and whatnot.
Oh, wow. Cool.
So I mean, not a lot of people do that on Wax, but I thought it was fun just to explore the space, explore what can be done. And that was kind of the whole idea to begin with, is kind of learning about the tech by doing it and doing it as a family.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. You do it with a family, yeah, especially with the kids. And so this art style, I looked at some of the other ones, and you have different kind of styles, but How did you have any kind of ideas about this, or were you just going for it? I like the little chicken running around. That's a nice little touch.
So yeah, the chicken drop was the most recent collab with my son. So we got chickens at the house this year. For some backyard ones. So he was excited about chicken breeds and all the other aspects of being a farmer. So we started messing around with some pixel chickens, and he decided we needed to do a whole schwack of breeds and put them in eggs and have a chicken slot 9000. Instead of putting 101s in packs, there's a blend card, and you stick it into this machine that he made up. It's a lot of, it's fun. It's fun to do, fun to make believe with the kid, and then actually being able to do it on the blockchain.
Yeah.
It's kind of hilarious. So
I love the tool. Yeah. The way you're doing blends and packs and different things, and we're gamifying art. And I think it's beautiful that kids get involved, because when the kids are growing up, I think it'll be a regular part of life. So they're getting in early and figuring out how to be creative on the blockchain, which is just giving you so many tools and different things that you couldn't have before.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun just playing with the tools and learning about the space. And I'm a collector at the same time, and so it's fun just to explore the space. And I don't know, it's been fun.
Yeah, awesome. Ricky and Farfellow says you should do an NFT family quilt. Each group makes their square, and each season they blend into a family quilt. Well, now we have this map. The quilt seems interesting, but it's very similar to this map thing. I think we're gonna keep going with
the map. Hold on
Wax
a second.
World. What up?
That map, will you?
That's a good quilted look.
It is. I mean, it's kind of a quilt look already. Yeah. But I think we really like the map concept and keep growing that out into a land. Pretend like we're walking through the realm, like we said earlier. I think it's a great idea. The quilt idea is not bad either. But all right, so let's go ahead and do a grub, and then we will come back and look at TheOnlineInn's piece, or Food Monsters piece, as well as our piece. And then we'll skim through the others, because don't look like others will be joining us. But thank you guys for joining us, of course. And you can stay as long as you want. But all right, someone else is joining. All right, good timing. How's it going? Oh, the Sensei.
Hello.
The Sensei's here.
We're getting everybody's real
How's it
name on
going?
here.
being handed caffeine.
Nice.
How goes it?
Welcome.
Good to see you, Sensei.
All right, we're gonna do. Actually, let's go ahead and do the grub. When we get back, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, and we'll look at your piece. So
Get it going.
let's do it. Let's keep the party moving. 90 people in the grub, baby. Let's do it. And then real quick, this is the last call for this grub. But consumer break, so our password is world. Don't forget about that. Let's look at who's in here now. All you have to do is go here to your menu, hit private game entry, type in world. That's what you would do to get there. All right. Oh, 25 players. That's what I'm talking about. Cody Bear in the lead. Cody Bear, that's funny. I wanted to shout him out because Cody Bear's never chatted in Twitch. He's not into the NFTs. But he still has like a Wax wallet, so he's still earning them, but not unpacking, because he was a player back in 2020 and he likes the puzzles. And apparently he's watching the streams to get these passwords. So shout out to Cody Bear out there. And I told you, Cody Bear, you should be selling or trading those NFTs you got. Maybe you make a little profit. But P-Lie and Jen and Super Dud and everybody else in here, thanks for playing. This game is going to be up for 5 more hours, so you will be earning a badge from us for solving that game. And of course we have the actual Wax World public game, 7 levels on it. It ends in a week, a little bit more than a week, and there will be 25 winners of the Uncharted map giveaway for people that solved based on your entries. You get more entries with better score, and then also 1 winner of the full blended map, the full thing, 1 out of 420. And guess what, that's also coming at the end of this stream. The end of the stream will have the full blended map on a wheel of names with every single grubfish play being an entry. So that's what's up. Let's go ahead and grub. I guess I didn't have my music on that whole section. but we got her figured out. All right, let's do it, guys. Good luck. I didn't even say the prizes. That's my B. Let's look at what we got.
The boat's a boat. The mystery box could be anything.
The top 10, well, this time we'll get an Uncharted map again. We have more of those. The 20th place we'll get a glitched map. We're going to look at what a glitched map is. How did you do that, Frez? You made that glitched map, right?
Oh, yeah. I just made some frames and threw them together. And,
So that's not an AI thing? But I had the shape of the map, so I figured it's...
oh, yeah, no. The AI, the images are AI generated, and then I animated it by hand.
Oh.
So
Alright.
That's going to be a lot like what the treasure clue is on Monday.
Ah,
It's going to be a little
nice.
gift like that, but with clues in it.
But the glitched map is just like some of your others. They're just collectible, right?
Yep. That was just a day one
Cool,
collectible
cool.
type deal. Like, whoever got the map blended the first night got a little extra.
Cool.
No clues in it.
So it just looks pretty. We'll look at it. We'll look at it right after this game. And then the top 10 get the Uncharted map. So good luck!
May the force be with you.
And watch out for them explosions! We're weeding it down. And we got our winners. Alright. Thanks for the follow. Shouts. Alright, looks like the winners of our Uncharted map are Callum Curra, Loganth, One Stack, Tone Dogs, Salican, Josu Mental, Muddy Flip, Kush Dubs, 420 John Weed. And then the winner of the glitched map, which now I forgot what placement it was. It was 20th, right? 20th.
Sorry, I've got to jump out.
Ryan
But,
Bates. Okay.
Good chatting with you guys. Thanks for
sure.
Have a good one left.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Good one, boss.
Everybody follow Lefty if you haven't already. Thanks for talking about your piece, man.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, let me copy the winners list, and we will get on to the interview. All right, you guys can join again. Let me just oh, not yet. There you go.
I just realized what time it is. I gotta roll too, gentlemen.
Okay.
But it's been a pleasure.
For sure.
Good.
Thanks for joining us. Thanks for talking about your piece there.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sensei. Have a good one, Frazzle. All the ones in the
Later,
chat.
Good one.
Cheers, y'all.
Later left too. We'll wait.
All right, I'm gonna pull up that their glitched map to look at, and then your piece faded. But how about you tell the group here kind of your background with crypto, when you got into it, when you got into Wax, and how you got into starting your collection.
I'm a newbie. I'm honestly, when in the grand scheme of things, like I literally started my whole crypto adventure in April of 2020. So that was literally when I started looking into things and got my new computer that I was specifically got so that I actually, because my Mac sucked in terms of processing power. So the plugins I wanted to use to make music did not work. So I wanted to get something that I could game on. I wanted to get something that actually had enough processing power to use all the plugins that I wanted to use. And so I ended up getting a nice rig. And then I was like, well, now that I have this nice rig, when I'm not making music, maybe I could like mine a little token with it. Looked at Kudo Miner, found out that was terrible. Started looking at other things, mined Ravencoin for a tiny bit. And then I just kind of got all the advertisements, which led me to Upland. Once I was in Upland, that led me over to the NFT Action News, one of the first places where I learned about other NFTs and more about the Wax blockchain. Made my Wax wallet right around that time in the May time. So I actually had my anniversary here in May. We're actually going to have the collection is going to celebrate its anniversary on the 15th of July. So it'll be a year since the inception, which was literally, I like minted that Bilbo Bongan, the first faded Monsuta. That was the beginning of the collection. It was just one faded Monsuta. Just like a proof of concept, just to like put it down and be like, all right, so I thought of this. This is my idea.
Nice.
My thing. I'm going to go ahead and begin this, just start this thing. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to make a trading card game. I knew that I wanted to create something that would be turn-based, that would be not just, line them up, bing, bang, boom, RNG, I wanted something that was more skill-based. So I decided to hop into creating like, all right, well, what would all the different mechanics of this game be? Which I then like overnight produced. Everyone jokes about the white paper. It's, one of the longest things ever because I include the actual gameplay that I want to occur. You can learn about front guard. You can learn about rear guard. You can learn about how to damage the opposing Monsuta card shark. The full game is laid out entirely.
Nice.
So at this point, and now I've actually completed all 200 characters. That happened at the end of June. So now we have all 200 Monsuta. The next 50 are going to be put into the Series 4 promo pack, which is now we have 158 Monsuta that are minted on the chain. Now we're ready to build. Behind the scenes, a lot of cool stuff is actually happening. Putting up the pitch deck, actually already have the first yes in terms of investor. Looking at actually putting a team together to build this thing. Because I'm an artist, you know what I mean? I'm a creator. So like the crazy thing is that the whole time I've been building this is I've just been telling everyone what my vision is, what my picture is, and that like I'm new to all of this. I'm going through and using like free sort like z-lib.org stuff like that to like go and like look at all the pirated textbooks on coding and shit like that. Like I'm like literally bootstrapping the fuck out of this thing.
I got you.
Everyone know.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I try to be transparent too, and honest about how things go with us over here. I'm independent and figuring it out as I go as well. Looks like the call's gonna end in 10 minutes, but when it does, we'll get you another link. So that's awesome to hear. It's awesome to hear you have a game. Like I knew you had a game coming, but I didn't know the details on that and what's involved. So it looks like you already had that plan from the get-go, and all these characters are meant for the game. Is that right?
Oh yeah, and that's
cool.
The whole idea behind it being a 2D metaverse. It's going to be kind of Maple Story setup. If you ever played that game back in the day, that old RPG, MMORPG, and have the 2D aspect to it. And then you'll be able to walk around. There'll be 4 different districts. There'll be different things to do in each district. There's going to be harvesting. So there'll be the token that you actually use to play in the ranked ladder matches.
Oh, wow.
You'll also use it to craft customizable accessories. You're going to be able to use it to buy flats, which you'll actually have private gardens in there, which will have a boosted return when you go ahead to harvest your THC, your token. So that's kind of what that's like, I'm literally just
That's awesome.
like,
THC is your token?
That's what I want the token
it.
to be. Yeah. Which
So clearly this is all marijuana themed. So any stoners out there that might want to get into some NFT art that's themed around that, there you go. 420 is right on point for this one. So hey, that's cool. Where are you located? What state?
I'm in Arizona.
Arizona.
We're
is that a legal state yet? I don't even know.
It is.
Oh,
it is.
okay.
Legal.
So you're proud of it,
We are
then.
a legal
Bam.
state. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm in an
actually
illegal state. No, none of that here, unless you're getting it out off the store, I guess. But that's what's
kind
up.
of the funny. We're actually in a bunch of dispensaries. Like I've given out a bunch of my stickers and stuff.
Oh, that would
to,
be
the
great.
local dispensaries.
Those would
And
be
they've
great
actually-
stickers for dispensaries. That's hilarious.
They've got it up on their tip boxes and stuff too, because I give it to the employees, and so they put it on their tip box, and it has the little website on there. So there's people in Arizona that are going in, and that's like my dream is to one day to be able to like have an NFT where like there's like a national chain, and like any chain you go into and you like scan this NFT, like a little QR code for your NFT, you get like a free redeemable joint or something like that. That's like
wow.
That's like one day that
That's
would be
cool.
fantastic.
Paired in. Hey, it works. It's themed around it. It would pair well with the dispensary. I think. The customers would get a kick out of it. Boogie Dragon says, "Can you buy in-game herbage?" I guess the token is the token is what you're buying with. Can you buy weed
So if you
inside your
read-
game?
There's 3 lore stories, and that's actually addressed in the lore stories. So all of the dank goes to the Monsuta because the Monsuta consume it as their food source, the actual stuff. And then since all the bong types and stuff like that, since they consume it through smoking it, then that creates the big plume. So basically everyone in Toxylvania is in this big smoke cloud. And that's actually how they survived the apocalypse, was the massive smoke cloud that they created from their enormous toke session back in the Tribe of the Fated that allowed them to be safe from the UV rays, from the radiation rays, from the nuclear apocalypse.
Well, you really got some lore happening there. Some stoner niche targeted lore. I like it.
Right, we have the discovery of the tetrahydrinium, the original discovery of it, which that's why you harvest the raw tetrahydrinium, which gets turned into the THC, the tetrahydrinium credits, because everything in Toxylvania is powered with tetrahydrinium. So that's why it is the currency that you purchase everything with. It is the end-all, be-all of Faded Monsuta.
Rayman says, was the guy that you beat for the wrestling championship really that sweaty, or were you exaggerating? I guess this.
Oh no, he's talking about the national championship. No, he was that sweaty. It was awful. It was like literally like someone had like doused him in like an oil, like literally like I couldn't like. And I am a national champion wrestler. I have a very good grip. I'm very good at like getting in locks and stuff like that on people, getting in a good head pinch in order to be able to do a proper hip toss. Like, dude. This guy could slip out of anything. I've never I don't know what that dude sweat out, but it wasn't sweat. It was the grossest experience ever.
Interesting.
And of course.
So you're wrestling, huh? Wrestling, huh?
Oh yeah. I have I even posted one of my old high school pictures back in the day when I won my state championship. It's actually kind of cool because like they have everyone there and it was like a dramatic moment where like they were debating whether I'd gotten the takedown that would give me the win because we were tied at that point. And so there's like buzzer happens. I had gotten the takedown the last second. They finally like gave me the 2 points. And like I turn and I scream and there's all the camera dudes around the mat. And so there's this picture of just me like full flex giving my like battle cry with like blood dripping down my face. And I was like, man, I look so much more badass there than I really am.
That's hilarious. Well, that's cool. Stage Godfly asked, when's Redneck Billy Bowl coming out? Is that one of the characters?
Redneck Billy Bowl. That may not be one. There's a Backwood Billy.
Backwood
Billy. And he's actually got some fat straps of ammunition on him. He's actually teamed up with his partner Blunt Zuka. Which they're old wartime buddies.
All these characters. I'm gonna have to dig into the character. Hey, when's the game like coming out? Do you know yet?
We're aiming it for quarter 4. We have our Series 4 promo pack drop, which is going to be occurring on the 23rd of this month. And we've actually normally we've done $5 for a pack, which has 5 cards in it. And then last time we had a 25% decrease for the whitelist, so it's $4. We're actually dropping that down to 3 and 4. So it'll be $3 for the whitelist sale and $4 for the public sale, just because obviously these are a bit harder times than they've been in the past. And one of the things that I've promised since the beginning is that this is going to be something that you can afford to get a few packs. You can afford to be able to get into.
Good. Well, I try to keep our packs cheap too. Yeah.
Indeed. And if you can't buy in right now, that's why whenever I go live, that's why I give away all the misprints and stuff like that as much as I can.
There you go, giving me prizes. So watch my stream, watch OnlineInn. Like, you're definitely generous with your NFTs, and that's great for this type of community. At some point we might get you on a puzzle game as well. It's just things are ridiculous right now, but you're on there for the Wax World, so that's cool. What your programs, what's your your methods of creating the art? Do you have any kind of methods or concept?
I use a totally free pixel art designer. It is just literally called pixelart.com, and it's got an I instead of an E where you would normally see it. And it's, if you go there, there's people who, it's cool because like everything that you do there is basically, if you save your photo to their thing, it's kind of public domain. I haven't saved any of my photos. I've just made them and downloaded them to my shit. So I haven't saved anything onto their website, but you can use all their stuff for free and download the images. If you want to just get your artwork out there, or you just want to like, you know, do it for fun, you can post your stuff there. And then it becomes like public domain and people can use it in their games and stuff like that if they want to.
You mean Pexel? I missed that. You meant Pexels? Is that what you're talking about?
No, it's Pixel, Pixil art.com.
Oh, okay. So it's all pixel art. Okay.
Yeah, and you can do GIFs. You can do you can do the slides and do like animations and GIFs and stuff like that. And you can also do sprites for video games. So that's kind of one of the
and
reasons that I thought
it becomes public domain when you do it, huh? So it's like a royalty free.
If you save it into their thing, if you sign up and you save into their thing,
but you can
it becomes public domain.
And you can get other people's and use them for anything. I mean, you wouldn't use them for your art, but like, okay, cool. Yeah. So
but that's the cool thing is everyone saved all their color templates and stuff like that on there, and since they're saving their color templates and things like that. You're actually able to get ideas of how you would set up your own color templates. If you're brand new to it, it's an amazing place because you get to see the potential for the artwork. Like you'll go there and you'll see some of the art. Dude, people have built whole cities. People have built some of the craziest shit that I've seen on there. And it's crazy because it's just like, it's basically just artists making art with other artists.
Yeah.
Like there's really no monetary gain there. There's really like, no one's like pining for a job. It's like literally a social media site for people to make pixel art. And they provide a free pixel art thing where you can do all this different stuff. And I actually, whenever people ask me that, I go ahead and point them right in that direction.
Awesome.
Because I think it's dope that we have more stuff like this, and they have annoying advertisements that pop up in the corner and stuff like that. But small price to play for free.
Well, I get I use Pixabay, Pixabay.com. It's not pixel art; it's all manner of photography that's all put up there by photographers and artists. I gotta get a new Google Meet, but I'm gonna start a grub. Pixabay.com has a bunch of photography also that's used royalty free in the same way he was saying, and I use a lot of that for the puzzles. It's great. So last call for the grub. Go ahead and get in here. 69 people. I'm going to create a new meet and bring the guys back. Here's what the old pixelated map or the glitched map looks like. So that's cool. The one winner last time got that one. And we do have another one to give out. So you can see how like the map is part of it, but it's like it's glitched out, right? Alright. Go ahead and join. And when we come back, I'm sure Faded will come back. But also we'll look at the other pieces, including Fraz. All right, we good? 74? Let's go ahead and do it. Prizes for this one will be, let's see here. Last call to get in the grub. Top 5 here will get the Kingsbury blend token. 17th through 20th, get a faded. 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, get a faded Monsuta. Top 5, get a Kingsbury. All right. Let's do it. All right. Good luck. All right, let's do it. Good luck.
May the force be with you.
Thanks for all the new followers and the new viewers.
Thank you very much, brother.
I'm going to be here on Sunday dropping our packs. If you look at our schedule, Wednesdays we do trivia, Thursdays we do these collab interviews. All right, we got Faded back.
Yo. Alright.
Oh, I went into my wrong account. Now it's going to show my face and name. Well,
Apparently, someone was messaging me on Discord that someone wanted voices, so I haven't done voices in it, but
that's true.
Kermit the Frog here saying it's not easy being green. You should
All
go
right.
buy a wax world map.
Oh man, we gotta put you on the screen for this. Hold on, let's see who the winners are. That's hilarious.
Oh boy, if you bought wax worlds, that'd just be so loud.
like doing all the
Alright, the top 5, the winners of the Kingsbury blend token. Tone Dog, Boomshank, 420 John Weed, Penny Bags, MTF King Kong. And then we have the Faded Monsuta winners of Utopia, Viz Numeris, Wax Boy, Jesse Clan. Congratulations. Now the actual faded characters will be random. I'm just gonna pick some from the list here. You can go ahead and join again. And let's get this situated. Oh boy!
oh yeah, and there's other things. Sometimes I'll like sing in voices just for fucking shits and giggles.
Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue.
But you can do. I do lots of different voices, like females. This is ridiculous, Miss Piggy. I like doing all the different voices and things like that. I like to fuck around and do different characters, and I do a lot of Rick and Morty. Jeez, Rick. I don't know about those NFTs, man. They seem real sketch. Shut up, Morty, you little piece of shit.
That's
the
good.
NFTs are gonna make us rich. Rich, Morty, I say. Rich!
Oh, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me! That's all I got.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Go away. Oh, Jerry. This is starting to get weird.
That's hilarious.
It's funny because it's all like the same guys, so like they're all literally
Yeah.
Mr. Poopy Butthole. They're all like literally the same voice like over and over again, but that's like the same thing as South Park, right? Like they do all those things.
Yeah, they do.
Right?
Yeah.
Like they do the asparagus and a cuttlefish. Oh,
Oh my
like,
God.
Like he does that voice, and then they all the way to I'm hungry, the Christmas poo. Like all the different ones. Don't
What?
forget to bring a towel, man. Look at all the sunshine. Like all the different.
That's hilarious. You do a lot of voices. You sound pretty good on them. You need to get a compilation on YouTube. Get you a supercut.
Right, we'll go on America's Got Talent. Just laugh like Scooby Doo and Zoink Scoops.
Nice.
Like it's just it's one of those things that just makes it fun. And I actually have like a little redeemable thing now, so I actually get to practice them on a fairly regular basis because I have like a do a funny voice thing on the stream there. But that was actually one of the things I got to do the alien voices on that Metaphors comic in the legendary animation. So I got to
nice.
actually do do some voiceover work for that.
That's right,
which,
because the Metaphors comics, that legendary one has full-blown narration. I haven't heard any of it, but that's cool that you made it. You fit on there. They better ask you to do some voices, so that's cool.
Well, they shout out to Left, dude. He got that whole animation done and like with good sound quality in such a short amount of time. Like and on like cell phone recordings, no less. Like dude made like made magic happen. That was it's always fun to be on like the inside of things because it's just like I've been in entertainment for a super freaking long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been playing music for a super long time. Like I've gone on game shows and done stupid shit like that. Like I've been on like, you know, different series. Like one of the things I got to do that was super fun was there was a show where I got to make my own superhero character for a fighting game with Seamus Blackley, the co-creator of the Xbox. And it was like a 3D hologram, and like got to fight that dude, and like didn't even make air. Like fucking over $100,000 spent on this project, and like doesn't even air. So I like got to see all the fucking, and like everywhere you go, no matter how large the production is, it's just like it's always last minute. Like holy fuck, we've got so much shit to do before the deadline. It doesn't matter.
That's like it's like NFTs, huh?
Gaming, NFTs, film, music, you name it, entertainment industry wise, because dude, creatives are hard to rein in.
Yeah.
Creatives are hard to get all on the same functioning and shooting. Like movies finishing on time and under budget, like that's not a thing. That's not a thing.
Are you
like you just
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you on any kind of game shows that people could find on like YouTube or anything? Or anything?
Like Hypnotize Me?
Anything public that's on YouTube?
Probably. I think it's called Hypnotize Me. There's one where like some British or I don't even remember what nationality it is. Some guy hypnotized me, and we competed for up to $25,000 or whatever.
Oh.
Which my team kicked ass. We got like 23 grand each.
Oh.
We fucking whooped ass. Yeah. And if you want to see me roll around in the hay with Tay Diggs, go ahead and pull that video up. I roll around in some hay with Tay Diggs. So.
All right. Well,
not many people get to say they've done that. It's a weird life achievement that I'm not super proud of. But
we won't do that here. But there you go. You can search something up. Hey, Fraz, you over there? Let's talk about your piece and collection.
I just realized my voice wasn't working. Sorry about that.
Have you been talking?
Yeah. A little bit. I was making funny voices no one could hear. That's probably a good thing.
All right.
I feel so bad. Frazzle's just sitting here like, these guys are jerks. He won't even
ignoring me.
I got a lot of side things going on too, so it's perfect kind of listening. And
Frazzle, you're in charge of multiple collections. Food Monsters, I guess you do all the art for it, or who's doing the art?
No, not at all.
No,
There's 9 of us
on the Food Monsters. Oh, so that's a big collab thing too. Then I didn't know that.
Yeah. I couldn't be the only person doing Food Monsters. It's such a time-old thing.
Oh yeah, because there's all I now remember. There's those 3D spinning ones. That's the Kingsbury thing, and okay. So
Consonant Design did the
Consonant. That's what I mean. So that's cool. So like these arts that we're looking at on your map, how did they come about? Did you see their characters are familiar? Like your Fry there is on your profile pic right now. Did you just grab old characters and?
Yeah, I kind of just threw them on. I actually wanted to spend more time on my own map piece, but I didn't have enough time. Yeah. I think we should have probably moved it back a little bit further, but whatever. We made it on deadline.
We made it. Well, the thing is, we started a whole month prior, but it's like we're all so busy with our stuff that you end up just not even getting to that till near the end of the month, and then it's crunch time. Even though we started a month early, like Demon Doodles, she got hers like pretty quick, but then all of us are just busy with the other stuff, and there you go. So we got most of us got it in the last week, but power to you for getting it finished, and we can all look at it here. Long Hauler says I sound familiar. Well, maybe it's from here on this stream. I'm the Break Man. Here I have, here's the links. If you want to check out the actual drop links for these pieces, like there's still plenty available. They're cheap. Each one's 4.20 wax because of course it is. And there's 420 of each, and there's plenty left. We're not even at 100 of each piece, so you got all week long to keep on getting them, because when it comes Digicon time next week, I'm definitely gonna be pushing them all day, and we're gonna see how much we can sell out at that point. So get on and get there, and maybe you can get that full map and potentially some of the utilities that we're putting on as well.
I'm seeing some comments from Stage God about my face. So my camera's really messed up on my laptop, but I have revealed my face on LeftHouse, BD.
BD is the only place.
Tutorials.
The BD interview is the only one I've seen your face.
Yeah, it's really few and far between because my camera on my laptop, like whenever I turn it on, it just makes my laptop go haywire.
It's all
I guess
good.
that's what I get for buying $1,000 laptop.
It's all good. It's always funny though whenever you listen to somebody for a while and like you know the voice really well, and then you have some kind of image in your mind of the person, but then when you actually see him, it's like, oh, that wasn't how I imagined.
1980s gamer. I've never seen that. But
all right on. So the other collections that you deal with, which ones are you involved with the art? I know you manage a number of them in the OnlineInn. But which ones would you call a creator a part of? Like you're the creator of it.
I do all the art for Ether Faucet, and I do all the art for animal breeds, and I do all the art for... I know there's other ones. I got a bunch of different collections across different blockchains too. Some of them are handmade art. Some of them... I was really big into pixel art, so I know... Like Eddie over here, he uses I forgot what it is, but I use Pisco. It's like the same exact thing. You can do all the animations on it. It's like a blockchain version of pixel art.
Nice.
Where anything you put up for the community goes to Creative Commons 0, shit like that. Yeah, I was big into pixel art, and then I just AI art is faster. And
yeah. It's pretty neat that it's possible now. Yeah, I never saw how easy it was until I saw you doing it. And to get in some like original artworks. Now, of course, they're not going to be as impressive as like handmade art, somebody that an artist actually put together. But it's neat to have something where you can just type up and get an AI thing and it's original. Like there's no other like it anywhere. So that's nice for NFTs. Now the NFT's original, and especially if you make it themed around whatever it is you're doing. Yeah,
and I know a lot of people think it is as easy as a prompt, but sometimes there's a lot of work that goes into some of these. Like an hour, 2 hours of trying prompts to get the right thing, and then 10 minutes of post-processing to make it look right and loop. And
right. So sometimes you might modify them after you get the one that it spits out, huh? Yeah, that's kind of what you did there with the glitched one.
Yeah.
Cool.
So... And, those prompts don't always feed you exactly what you want. Maybe 10 years from now. I know DALL-E 2 and Imogen are really, really powerful, but you can't use them for NFTs. So I always do my research and see what I can and can't use. And that might change a lot because AI art has very weird rules, and that's state to state, country to country.
Oh, really?
Like, you can't copyright something that's all made by artificial intelligence. I don't know why people call it AI as much. It used to be called cognitive, whatever, procedurally cognitive, whatever.
I'm fairly new to it myself. I just saw like you toying with it some, but that's something I didn't consider. Is you can't copyright it because it was made by the computer. But like you're the one that created the prompt. I feel like I kind of get it because I guess compared to real art, it didn't take any, or at least the public might think it didn't take any effort at all. You just spitting out copyrights left and right, and I can see that. Say what?
I'll say, but if you create the bot or like the AI, like, could you possibly argue that all the art's yours? Everything made this thing is mine.
So that's kind of like what Wombo, I don't know if you guys heard of that. Wombo, the thing that did the faces and made it match music or whatever. Or they have their like Wombo Dream thing. They technically own the copyright on everything that's made through that. But at the same time, you could argue that they don't because it's a really weird subject that I'm following. It's kind of like NFTs.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be a lot of different rules.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of times the laws just don't catch up. So it's like all this crypto stuff and laws and taxes involved with NFTs and crypto, it's still so gray area because our government is just not just ours but other countries are just way behind. They're still looking at data from 2017 to make laws about, and we're like,
Yeah.
crypto is so much quicker than that. We're so much further ahead from like the actual Bitcoin, the hard fork, the Bitcoin Cash hard fork, is what I heard. One of my attorneys said like last year. That's what the IRS is still looking at and figuring out how to apply rules to that. And it's like, what? Like, we're 5 years beyond that. Like, we're way beyond that part. So we just, as creators, we do the best we can. You follow the rules that are in place, and you adapt when new laws come into place. That's just how it works, because we're ahead of the game.
Bored AI is actually... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna say, if you think about it, just how far behind everything is legally and stuff like that, it's really funny is because they're just now kind of figuring out like streaming laws and things like that, and like different things that you can like legally claim for musicians and artists, and how to actually even properly track this shit. Like, I don't think people have realized, because we've been paying artists for streams and things like that for a while, but the rate of the pay, how frequently it happens, and by the minute, by the play, that's all changed constantly. And now you have music NFTs, you have film NFTs, you have all these other things that have appeared. And what's really funny about it is that the artists are getting a much easier royalty off of NFTs, because if someone buys their song and they buy the NFT of their song and then they sell that song to someone else, then you're actually getting a royalty off of that, and you can actually create a system or a token or something like that, and a player, and there's lots of different things that could be
Same
done
thing
with
for
that.
the artists. Yeah, it's actually bringing like the old days of vinyl records and like physical art. It's bringing that into the digital space. So when the internet kind of killed the music industry a bit, all these musicians suddenly couldn't sell CDs and records the way they could because everything went streaming. So I think it's amazing for musicians to really figure this out now and learn how they can do it. How they can do it in a way that doesn't turn off their audience, to where it's not cash grabs, to where it's actually incentivized for people to want those NFTs. And then exactly, you have limited mints and you sell them just like you would records. And I think it's beautiful. It allows artists to start monetizing again in a way that the internet took away from them. But I'm a very utility focused type. As far as my interest goes, I think it's great. I love the art and the music, but I think it's great that you can also add the bonus extra stuff to it, like the exclusives, whatever it may be. Some kind of exclusives. Oh, you're in a VIP party, you're in whatever. Extra things you're getting, to where it's not just the pretty art, it can be anything. And the beautiful thing is we can add that at any time too. So at any point, an artist can be like, hey, I'm going to add this utility to this one. Whoever holds this NFT is going to get this thing. And I'd love to see more of that. I like the concept of music for sure, and like I said, art. So here we have Demon Doodles, who's not with us, but Fraz, can you tell us a little bit about this project and I guess your roommate, right? Is that right?
Yeah, that's my roommate's second collection. So she did picture of art first, and it was kind of like a hub for just everything we didn't have for food monsters or whatever. And then she's like, well, I really want to just get my own with my own style and just me on there.
And she hand drew all this stuff. She was the first one to submit it, and this whole map was blank, and she went and hand drew all this stuff. I think it's a beautiful piece. It really had a lot of different things in it, while also incorporating, I guess, their little demon characters. So that's really neat. Yep. That's the top right of, there you go, Realm 3. The top right of the map. That's what's up.
She's just mainly focused on art because her real life is so crazy. So I handle all the managing and promotion of Demon Doodles, which I'm not that great at. I'm learning.
Word.
But yeah, everything's hand-drawn in the Demon Doodles collection, I think. There might be a piece or two by me. Okay. But I think that's under like Frazzle or something. It's definitely like.
Okay, cool. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just do the next grub. We're about out of time, I think, for this section. When we get back, of course, you guys can stay as long as you want.
But actually, I'm gonna jump out of here. But it was great talking to you guys.
For sure.
Always good to see you, Faded. yeah, everybody have a great night.
Awesome. Have a good one.
All right, later, Frez. Thanks for joining. Thanks for talking about your stuff. As always, anybody that's new to Frez or OnlineInn, go ahead and join their Discord. He's doing a lot of great stuff. He's got here. I actually have a command for him too. Bam. There's your links. Go ahead and join the Discord. Follow his Twitter. Follow him on Twitch because he's got giveaways galore. Like always doing giveaways of different NFTs from different people. Inside the inn, outside the inn, he's all about giving, so there's a lot of free stuff you can get. That's what's up. 76 people in the grub.
And I am actually going to follow suit.
All right.
I'll actually be heading on out of here. But yeah, everything you just said about the OnlineInn.
Yeah,
like
man.
I said, one of the first places that I learned about new NFTs was on the NFT Action News. One of the first places that I was able to ever talk about Faded Monsuta and like be inside of a group and shit was in the OnlineInn. So if you guys haven't joined that community, it literally helped me begin my entire process.
And honestly, it's helped me. Like, this is my interview with Frazzle is what got me. Granted, all it took was me being more outgoing and networking and streaming. But reaching out to Frazzle, being on his show, and then networking with the other online crew is, I would say, what got us off the ground when Wax too. So now we're just collabing left and right. Fraz has just been amazing. Brought me in the inn immediately right after we did our interview. And ever since, it's just like been just chaos in the best way possible. The past month has been just absolutely ridiculous for me in the best way. So I'm happy for all the new fans. And thanks to the OnlineInn crew. And of course, most of you came here from raids from OnlineInn and NFT Action News. So you're already fans. So thanks for sticking out, being here. Once again, the thanks to OnlineInn. And Faded over here, you have a Discord as well too, right? Your own?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we
so
do.
Join that. Join him on Twitch. He's streaming. I don't think I have the command for you, but Puzzle will get you. And yeah, you're doing your streams. Follow him on the Twitch. Follow him on Twitter. Join the Discord. And we look forward to this game. We learned a little bit more about it. It's gonna be interesting. A nice stoner themed 2D game using pixel art. I'll be checking it out when it's out and see what it's like.
If you ever have a week to yourself, you could read the whole white paper.
A week to yourself.
No, I'm joking around. But thanks for having me on. It's been awesome. And shout out to all the collections. Make sure you follow all of the social medias, all of the Discords that are available. Because they're all amazing collections and artists.
Right. And maybe get your a matte piece. You know, even if you don't want to get them all and blend it, you could just pick your favorite one and hold on to that bad boy. And who knows, you know? Maybe season 10 down the road, you can sell that season 1 matte piece for a pretty penny. Whatever it is.
Crazy. Is everyone else may burn theirs, and you may end up having
That's right.
the only pieces of this map. And
Technically.
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be...
You and all the other holders that are doing the same. I'm personally holding one of each one for that. I like to do that with every piece. But right on. Thanks for being here. Thanks for talking about your project. I learned a little bit more about it as well. And I'm sure we might have you on again at some point. And check out those maps. You might get one. So, fantastic.
Have a good one, boss.
All right. See you later. All right. I'm going to leave the meat on in case anybody else joins. But that's probably all of them. What we're going to do now is grub. Then I will come back and we're just going to take a look at the remaining pieces, including ours. And I'll just go ahead and talk about them. Probably one more session. And then after that session, we'll do numerous grubfish back to back until we're done and raid out of here. So for now, go ahead and join the grub. Thank you all for being here, learning about some of these projects. Our Wax World collab. Maybe learn a little more than what you already did. I liked hearing all of Sensei's voices. I heard some on his stream, but I didn't know he has like a variety of voices. That's really neat. All right, so let's see about a prize. Let's see about a prize. So for this one, top 5 will get an Uncharted map again. This is the Uncharted map, by the way. It's basically the blank map and Wax World on top. And these are a max cap of 1,000, and they're just collectibles. So the top 5 will win that one. 17th wins a burger hauler. A burger hauler. Long haulers, you still in here? This is up your alley. Oh, I forgot about that. Big wheel spin for the finale. That is right. After we're done, you're right. We're doing that. After we're done, like the last few Grubfish, right before we raid, I'm going to take everybody that played today, Grubfish, all of your names, because I have them all here. They're all going in a big spin wheel, and the winner of that one gets a full map. Where's that long burger hauler thingy? Let's see where we're at. Got all these NFTs in here. 25 of these maps are going out on the puzzle game, so you do want to play that, like the main public one. And also the private one. Come on now. Scroll, scroll. There he is. Something burger hauler. Look at that thing. Alright. This is one of those AI arts that OnlineInn was talking about. So he puts in cues and he gets an image and then he might modify it some to get you a final NFT. But that's what this one is. And then also 27th. 27th. We'll get a red cluster, a something red cluster. Once again, it's an AI art from TheOnlineInn. Go ahead and join the grub. Last call, 81, eh? That's awesome. Last call on the grub. All these prizes get sent out tomorrow, or at least by tomorrow, overnight. Here's your something red cluster. That's trippy. So the top 5 of this game will get the Uncharted map. 17th gets that burger hauler. 27th gets this red cluster. Alright. Let's go ahead and do her. Go ahead and grab. And I'm going to take a quick minute for a bathroom break. So I will return while you guys grub it out. Alright? Good luck! Alright. Alright. We're back. We're back. Congratulations. Congratulations. Prof for free, Jew leader, Kuma Cecil, Misty, Bent Esty, Pop Lover. You all get the Uncharted map. And then Regib933, you get that burger hauler one. And Josu Mental, you get the red cluster one. So there you go. There you go. Go ahead and join again. And what I'm going to do now for another 15 minutes or so, or 10, I'm just going to look at the rest of the pieces. And then we will do some back-to-back grubs. Then we'll do our final spin wheel. Then we'll raid, alright? So who have we not looked at? We haven't looked at ours? I guess 7, 8, 9. We looked at 1 through 6. Let's see. We're gonna go. I'm just pulling some up here. This won't take that long. And then we'll continue. So I don't know too much about these other two collections. They're part of Frazzle's gang. This one is by Nasty Hooks. And as you can see, he kind of delivered a piece that's not the same size as the rest. It was actually supposed to cut off like right here, and then this piece was supposed to be part of Food Monsters. But it was all done in the last week, and we weren't about to try to have him redo it or anything. So Frazzle ended up doing the last map by just fudging it up. But it worked out. It is some cool artwork he's got going on here for this realm. But once again, I'm not a collector of this one. If anybody knows more about, do you have any? You have any Nasty Hook NFTs? Let's look at what he's got. So we got like these characters that are similar to the ones on the map. I think that's what most of us did, is we took our characters that are existing and put them into the map. They do concert style things every week. Okay, great. So some of you guys know. I don't have enough time. That's the main thing. I don't have enough time to like dig in to the different collections. I want to. The past few weeks have been too ridiculous. I'm still behind on things that I have to do. So as time goes by, I'll be checking them out. But that's a cool map piece. The other one was Giggle Lands, and I don't even know what their collection is their link to the actual collection, because it doesn't show up on Atomic Hub. I tried. Giggle Gaming. Oh, it's a Minecraft server. Is Giggle Gaming more new to the WAX? Maybe it is. Yeah, here's the drop link. That's true, but I was looking for the actual template. But we can look at the drop link. Hang on, we'll get there. Yeah, so check out all these projects. You know, some of them are newer than others. A few of them I didn't even know about, like this one. Giggle Gaming. I couldn't find the actual collection on Atomic Hub. I don't know what it's called. It's not called Giggle Gaming. But that's what it looks like. So they kind of really colored it up. A different kind of color. It looks almost like watercolor type look. I doubt that they did it by hand. But it's neat. It's neat to see some artists doing work. It was neat to see how they would do their different pieces, because we had no clue how they would all look. We had no clue how it would look together either until the very end. So that's really neat. Let's look at ours. Just our piece to go. And then we will go ahead and finish out this stream with Grub. Giggle Gaming on Atomic, but I searched. Unless I'm just dumb. Or maybe it doesn't come out in search for some reason, but it has a link. It could be. Come on, lag. Carry on the grub. Yeah, you're right. That is the link. If you search Giggle Gaming, though, it's not showing up. Oh, because it's not. That's why. It's not whitelisted. Okay. So here's your collection, though. So this one's not whitelisted yet. That's why they weren't showing up on search. But here's their piece. Nice. There you go. Giggle Gaming. Yep. Yep. Alright, cool. Well, hopefully they get whitelisted before long. It does take steps. You do need a following, too, of 100 to 150 people. So that to get whitelisted, Atomic Hub wants you to have a starter community. That's why you can't just start right away that way. But that's cool. That's cool. One more to look at. Let's look at our piece. I'll talk about it for a half sec. Then we'll do the next grub. Plus a few more. Let's see. I actually had put together already the prizes, the games. Oh, so I only have one more. We'll do more than one game, though. We'll do a few more games. So only a few more. Do some with our prizes too. That'd be nice. Then we'll do the big wheel. So thanks for hanging out for 2 hours with us. We'll be here for like another, just a little bit. The next 15, 20 minutes. All right. Let's look at our piece. We dropped a lot of stuff this past week. Posters. I'll talk about the posters. Probably Sunday. Because we have stuff going on with those too. I'm going to add utility to the posters. So this is our map. Our blank piece, you know, it only had this land part. And we have an artist who's working with us to make the creatures. But our artist is extremely busy. He's got his own things going on. He's got other projects he works on. We just barely got the creature art for season 3, so he couldn't do anything special for this map piece. But what I did is I took all the previous art that we had for season 1 and 2, the cryptids, and also their hybrid creatures, and I stuck them in here. And then on top of that, there was some extra space, so I went and got all the pages of our graphic novel, and that's what these are. These are actually little sections of the graphic novel. Now the actual comic part, the novel part, you get access to that by buying story key cards in our collection here on NFT. And that's going to unlock a channel in Discord where you can look at these, and there's actually multiple panels on pages with like the actual comics, and they tell a story. So it's like a kind of a metaphor similar type thing going on, but it's much more preliminary, it's more experimental, and it's only being done through Discord. What's up, first time chat? Nice to have you. Yeah, we're still playing Grub for a little bit, so go ahead and join just a little bit longer. We're going to have a few more games. So here's like our drops, right? And we have these promos happening this week. The promos you can blend into a badge on Saturday. The badges you can blend into a pack for the following season. So there's just collectible type stuff happening. These posters are limited, capped posters for each of the past creatures. Those will be getting utility. I'll be explaining that later. Probably this weekend. I'm going to try to get a game up and an announcement up in Discord that explain some utility that's going to happen with these and some other things, but we're not going to get into that part now. All the way down at the bottom, there's still some story key cards for sale. So these are season 2. They'll be going off pretty soon. And oh wow, we got a raid. Tony Tripp. What's up, Raiders? Thanks for the raid, Tony Tripp. I'm gonna have to follow you. I'm not sure if I do. So that's awesome. Welcome. We've been on for 2 hours. We won't be on much longer, but we are playing Grubfish, so go ahead and join. Join with !play in your wallet. We spent the past 2 hours talking about Wax World, our collab with TheOnlineInn, plus some others. I'm just going to wrap up talking about that. And then we're going to do numerous grubs. And then we're going to do a wheel of names to get a full map. I'll show the map here in a second, but anyway, that's what all these creatures are. They are these arts. They came from the novel. The characters came from season 1 and 2, and then I just put a little bit of break themed stuff around it. So that's what our piece is. And then of course the final map. Yeah, Pig Iron shouting out Puzzle. Thanks for all your hard work, Puzzle, for sure. An awesome mod that's helping me so much. Who will be getting a mod in Discord as well soon. I ain't gotten to beefing up the Discord yet. I'm just booked up. I'm just busy. We're trying to get our season 3 up. Yeah, what's up, Tony Tripp? We're here with Cyber Vandals, huh? Awesome. Welcome. I assume you're a Wax streamer. I'm not too familiar with your stream, but I'll check it out. And we're all about Wax here. I just started myself a couple months ago. And we do all sorts of prize games. And trivia, and our puzzle game, our mobile game, ConsumerBreak, has all the stuff as well. So I'm just going to show that too real quick. I'm pretty much done. If anyone has questions for Wax World, maybe I can answer them. If not, TheOnlineInn is the one that's put this whole thing together. If you were here for trivia yesterday, we do trivia. One of the questions was, which collection is the final blend in? The answer was TheOnlineInn. A lot of people got it wrong. Alright.